The rain had been falling all afternoon, soft, persistent drizzle that blurred the edges of London into watercolor grays and muted greens. Inside a modest terraced house in Clapham, 17-year-old Emma sat curled on her bed, knees drawn to her chest, phone glowing in her lap. She wore her favorite dress, a bold, wide-shouldered daisy frock in cream and sage, the kind that made her feel both vintage and defiantly modern. It was her armor against ordinary days, but today wasn't ordinary. Today, her little sister Lily had won the Young Achiever of the Year award at school, and Mum had been front row, beaming, phone raised, capturing every second. Emma scrolled through the family WhatsApp group. Photo after photo of Lily grinning, trophy in hand, surrounded by teachers. And beneath each, Mum's messages, "My brilliant girl. So proud I could burst. Lily, you're going places." Emma's thumb hovered over the screen. Her own art exhibition had been just 5 days ago. She'd painted for weeks, canvases of the Thames at dawn, Camden Market in rain, her Nan's wrinkled hands holding a teacup. She'd even framed them herself. Mum had promised to come. Wouldn't miss it for the world, she'd said, but work ran late. Again. Emma's chest tightened. She opened Mum's private chat and typed without thinking, "Maybe if you ever cared about me, I'd be happy for her." She hit send. The moment it left her fingers, regret crashed over her like cold bathwater. But it was too late. The message was delivered. "Read." She dropped her phone face down on the duvet and buried her face in her hands. The daisies on her dress seemed to mock her, cheerful, innocent, everything she wasn't feeling. An hour passed. No reply. No call. Just silence. Emma tried to distract herself, rewatching old episodes of Dairy Girls, sketching in her notebook, reorganizing her perfume shelf, but her mind kept circling back to that text. Had she gone too far? Mum wasn't perfect, but she'd never stopped loving them. She worked double shifts at the NHS clinic, made packed lunches every morning, remembered Lily's allergies and Emma's hatred of coriander. She tried, but trying didn't always feel like enough. At 5:47 p.m., footsteps sounded in the hallway, slow, deliberate. Emma's breath hitched. Mum appeared in the doorway, still in her work trousers and cardigan, hair slightly damp from the rain. Her expression wasn't angry. It was worse, disappointed. "Emma," she said, voice quiet but firm. "Do you really believe I don't care about you?" Emma looked away, picking at a loose thread on her dress. "You were there for her. Again. And you think I didn't see your paintings?" Mum stepped inside, closing the door softly behind her. "I saw one of the Thames. It's hanging in my office now. I look at it every time I need to remember there's beauty in this city, and in my girls." Emma's eyes stung. She hadn't known, but that text, Mum sighed, rubbing her temple. "That wasn't just hurtful, Emma. It was cruel. And we don't speak to family like that in this house." "I was jealous," Emma whispered, voice cracking. "Is that so wrong?" "No," Mum said gently. "Jealousy's human. But how we act on it, that's choice. And you chose to wound me." She paused, then added, "You know what happens when we cross that line." Emma swallowed hard. She did. When Mum was a girl in Birmingham, her own mother had kept a wooden hairbrush on the dresser, not for hair, but for discipline. Not often, but when used, it carried weight. Mum had told Emma the stories not to frighten her, but to teach her love includes boundaries. "Stand up," Mum said. Emma rose slowly, her daisy dress swaying. She turned, hands gripping the edge of her bed. Mum walked to the wardrobe and pulled out the brush, smooth, honey-colored wood, worn soft with time. She tested its weight in her palm. "This isn't about anger," she said. "It's about respect. For me. For yourself. For the words. Choose." The first swat landed with a sharp thwack. Emma gasped, eyes flying wide. It stung more than she expected. Not brutal, but firm, precise. A clear message. Asterisk, this behavior ends here. Tears welled instantly, not just from pain, but from shame. She hadn't meant to be cruel. She just wanted to be seen. Swat 2. Her breath hitched. Swat 3. A quiet sob escaped. Mum paused. "Look at me, Emma." Emma turned her head, tears streaming down her cheeks. "You are loved," Mum said, voice thick. "Every single day. Even when I'm tired. Even when I mess up. You are seen." Swat 4. 5. 6. Then it stopped. Mum set the brush aside and pulled Emma into her arms. Emma collapsed against her, clutching the back of her cardigan. Her daisy dress crumpled between them. "I'm sorry, Mum," she whispered, voice raw. "I didn't mean it like that. I felt invisible." "I know, love," Mum murmured, stroking her hair. "But invisibility doesn't give us the right to make others feel small." They stayed like that for a long moment, foreheads touching, breathing in sync, the rain outside now just a whisper. Later, in the warm glow of the kitchen, Emma sat at the table wrapped in an oversized knit cardigan. Her daisy dress neatly hung over the back of a chair to air out. A mug of tea steamed in front of her, 2 sugars, splash of oat milk, just how she liked it. Mum sat across from her, sipping her own cup, eyes tired but soft. Emma picked up her phone. Her fingers hovered for a moment, then typed, to Lily, "Hey. Saw your trophy photo again. You looked amazing on stage. Really proud of you." She hit send. Almost instantly, a reply popped up. "Thanks, Em. Your painting of the Thames was gorgeous too. Wish more people saw it. You're, actually talented." Emma smiled, a real one this time. She looked up at Mum. "She liked my painting." Mum's eyes. You crinkled at the corners. "Of course she did. You're her hero, even if she'd never say it." Emma reached across the table and squeezed her mum's hand. No grand speeches. No dramatic confessions. Just quiet understanding, rebuilt stitch by stitch. Outside, the streetlights flickered on, casting golden pools on the wet pavement. Somewhere down the road, a bus rumbled past. Life in London carried on, but in this kitchen, in this moment, everything was exactly as it should be. Emma's daisy dress hung quietly in the corner, wrinkled, yes, but still beautiful. Just like her. Just.